Every religion that comes from God has nothing to fear from the caprice or malice of man. It draws its strength from reason. And if it were in the power of a man to overthrow it, one of two things would happen. Either it would not be the work of God, or that man would be more logical than God, since his arguments would prevail against God's. The author would have preferred to burn Luther rather than his books, because, he says, their ashes fell upon Europe like a seed. It is clear, then, that the acts of faith of books benefit the idea one wishes to destroy more than they harm it. Here is a great and profound truth confirmed by experience. Therefore, burning a person seems more effective to him because, in his opinion, it stops evil at its source. But then, does he believe that the ashes of man are less fruitful than those of books? Has he reflected on all the offspring produced by the ashes of 400,000 heretics burned by the Inquisition, not to mention the much greater number who perished in other tortures? Burned books yield only ashes, but human victims give blood, leaving indelible marks that fall upon those who shed it. It was from this blood that the fever of unbelief that torments our century sprang. And if faith is extinguished, it is because they sought to cement it with blood and not with the love of God. How can we love a God who burns his children? How can we believe in his goodness if the smoke of victims is incense pleasing to him? How can we believe in his infinite power if he needs the arm of man to assert his authority through destruction? It is noteworthy that 9/10 of the 360-odd sects that have divided Christianity since their origins were aimed at approximating evangelical principles, and it is reasonable to conclude that, had they not departed from them, these sects would not have formed. And with what weapons did they combat them? Always with iron, fire, prescriptions, and persecutions, sad and poor means of persuasion. It was with blood that they sought to stifle them. In the absence of reason, force could triumph over individuals, destroy them, disperse them, but it could not annihilate the idea. This is why, with some variations, we see them reappear incessantly, under different names or new leaders. As we have seen, the author of this book is in favor of heroic remedies. However, as he fears that the idea of burning will cause a stir in the present century, he declares that he will not be confined essentially to the stake, as long as error is suppressed in its current and ongoing manifestations. That is, the man who said or wrote it, and who calls it truth. Thus, as long as the man disappears, the means are of little concern to him. It is known that resources abound. The end justifies the means.